Hello everyone, my name is Demetrius Mack, and welcome back to another episode of Real Talk, folks. Now, for those of you who may be tuning in to this series for the very first time, let me go ahead and take a quick second to explain to you all what this series is about, what I talk here on this series on my channel. Normally, I'm very goofy, I'm very outgoing, I'm very just not what this series is. This is the one series on my channel where I take things in a more serious tone, talk about things in the gaming world, in the YouTube world, in my personal life sometimes. So if you've seen my series of what kind of shit is that, it's kind of like the polar opposite of that. This is topics where I take serious topics and I just have a discussion with you folks. I go over things. And today is going to be no exception to that. I'm going to be going over what I like to consider paradise for many gamers, and that is the Black Friday / Cyber Monday season, which can be very fruitful and very positive for gamers out there who have been waiting all year long to play a game title, but they simply did not want to spend the $60 or $60 for that specific title, and you're going to be able to get great discounts on consoles, on games. And honestly, if you do your research and you pay attention to what's out there, you can come out with some really good consoles and some really good games. So without further ado, folks, I'm going to be going over some of the things, some of the consoles, and some of the games that are out there available to you, that are going to be out there available to you this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And I'm also going to be giving my opinions on what I think is going to be the best route console-wise to go. Either this is going to be Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo. And I'm going to be going over some, I'm going to be showing some facts and to what led to my decision of that. Okay, folks, so I'm at the very first offer that we're going to be taking looks at. We're going to be taking a look at the Sony side, the PlayStation side here. And as you guys can see from the title right here, it says Sony will sell a PlayStation 4 for $200 on Black Friday and presumably Cyber Monday as well. And you can scroll down and you guys can see that they do have the standard PlayStation version, the Slim console, 1 terabyte that you can get for about $200. You can also get a Gran Turismo Sport bundle for $300, which is normally $400, and the Skyrim Virtual Reality bundle for $350, which is regularly priced at $450. So it seems like in getting all of these things, you're saving $100, which is a really good saving. So who is the target audience for this? This is going to be for people who maybe need a new PlayStation. Maybe you have an Xbox and a Nintendo Switch and you want to complete your little trifecta. This is a good deal to go for that. There's not going to be a better time to go for this. By the way, folks, this is not the PlayStation 4 Pro. This is the Slim. So this is just the upgraded version of the PlayStation 4. This is not the Pro. This doesn't have the capabilities of that. I'm not sure if they're doing even sales on the Pro. And as for a matter of fact, and the Xbox One X as well, I don't think the systems on that are at the top of the pecking order right now are going to be getting huge discount sales. But for people who simply see this as an opportunity to try out the other side, you haven't tried out the other generation's level yet. Like, let's say you haven't owned a PlayStation since the PS3 era, and this is a great time to come in and get this. And also, it's a great way to jump into virtual reality. If you were curious about PlayStation side of virtual reality, they're offering Skyrim, which I imagine is going to be extremely fun to play in virtual reality. It was extremely fun to play back in its the previous generation, to play on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. So this, getting it for about $350, I think that's actually a really good deal. And also they're saying that the DualShock controllers are going to start at about $40 instead of the regular $50. Although some places, I believe at GameStop, and I'm not sure if this is true everywhere, I think at GameStop they charge about $70 for the controllers, but I don't know if that's just me getting ripped off by GameStop. But Sony seems to have a step in the right direction. 1 terabyte is seeming to be like what everybody wants, because games are taking up more space. People want to fit more games on their consoles without having to delete everything off, or games that they still play on. So I think this is some really good deals right here. So I think this is going to be the target audience, the people who are simply curious about PlayStation, have their doubts about it, but they see these deals here and like, you know what, if I can get a PlayStation for $200 plus the games that are going to be discounted, why not? So Sony right here, this isn't a bad offer. Now, folks, we've moved on to the Microsoft section, and this deal right here, it clearly says the Xbox One S 500 gigabyte console, so it's already 500 gigabytes less than the 1 terabyte of the PlayStation 4 Slim that you'll be getting. But look at everything included. It has a free game and 1 month Game Pass, and look at that pricing. It's $189, and you're getting a free game. You're also getting the 14 days Xbox Live trial plus the Xbox Game Pass trial, and it just seems like that this is going to be the winner. If I was someone coming out from the woodwork, if you're someone who hasn't entered this new generation, and yes, there are people that have not entered this generation, they still have a 360 or they still have a PlayStation 3, and you really want to see which side I should start off with, well, you know, what's going to be the best deals. Parents that are going to be looking at these types of deals are going to be looking at that Sony side versus this Xbox side, and if their kid wants a Sony and they look at this Xbox, I think that they're gonna prove to probably buy the Xbox because it just comes with a lot of savings, and I feel like this bundle here offers more than what Sony has announced. Not only can you get the system and a game for less than $200, where over at Sony you get it for $200 and you don't get any of this included. It's just the system itself. You get a bunch of other things as well, and it's all about saving, folks. If we're talking about getting down to the real nitty gritty here, saving as much as you can, it seems like Microsoft has gone and one-upped Sony in this scenario here. I'm not sure if they're going to change things going forward. At the time of this recording this video, we're still, a couple weeks away from all of this going down. But folks, it's looking like Microsoft is probably going to be appealing to the people who are trying to save the most on gaming this year, because they seem to be stepping in the right direction with what they're going with. And honestly, I really like this deal, even though I'm PlayStation this generation. Xbox right now, it seems like they know what they're doing, what they're going to target, and who they're going to target with. So if you have an Xbox, the only people that I don't see this really not benefiting if you already have an Xbox One X, or you're just simply not interested. But if you're on the decision, if you're on the bubble of who to go with, okay, I don't know who I want to go with, this Christmas, upcoming Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I think because of this deal right here that Xbox is going to get levitated just a little bit higher in sales. But I could be wrong about that, but that is just my speculation on everything. Now on to the Nintendo section, folks. And honestly, right here, there's not much. You see in the United States deals, you get a Neon console for about $299, $300. The Neon with Splatoon 2, $360, which is basically, the same thing. And Nintendo Switch Super Mario Odyssey Limited Edition with game case, $379.99, so $380. So I mean, it's not really that much of a savings here. So Nintendo is not really going, I think, in the discounting of their system. I haven't found anything that they have heavily discounted, although that doesn't mean that things aren't going to change. But right now, this is the best that I have found is that they're offering the Splatoon 2 bundles, and they're offering Nintendo Switch bundles with Super Mario Odyssey, and really not much less. So to be honest, if you're looking to maybe get a Nintendo Switch for about $200, $250, and then get a game and all spend under $300, I don't think that's going to be the case here. Out of all the systems, I think the bundles are going to cost the most here over at Nintendo. But that is not necessarily a bad thing, because the last section that I have that I want to discuss involves the most important thing, that the games that go along with all of these consoles. So I'm over here at IGN now, folks, and we can scroll down and we can see, obviously, and this is for your references, folks, BB equals Best Buy, WNT equals Walmart, TGT equals Target, and so this is all the multi-platform games. There's some quite notable ones here. God, I'm getting tongue-tied now, but this is the part where I'd like to say, folks, and it's really important, and this is the very thing that people sometimes fail to take advantage of. There's always going to be games that come out around this time of year, October, November, December. That is the time of year where games just seem to just pile up on you, and there's a lot of these $60 titles, and you want to play them all, and sometimes it best just gets you, like, you know what, I'm getting all these games, I'm paying full price. And last year, folks, I actually went over Titanfall 2. I made an episode of tips on it and advised you guys to go out and take the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal on it, because I thought at $35 that game was a steal, and it was. It ended up, in my opinion, being worth the $60 price tag, whereas the first one I believed it was not. But this one, it had the campaign, it just had a better multiplayer, it just felt a lot better, and honestly, it was a great steal for $35. This year we have a lot of games as well, including, you can see here that they're in bolded, Assassin's Creed Origins at Walmart is going to be $29. Call of Duty World War II is going to be $40 at Best Buy. Destiny 2 is going to be $30 at Best Buy and Walmart, folks. The Evil Within You 2, $25. That's going to be a steal at Best Buy. That is something I'm considering picking up. FIFA 18 for about $30 at Best Buy and Walmart. Madden NFL 18 for about $30 at Best Buy and Walmart. You have Middle Earth Shadow of War for about $30. Another steal right there. NBA 2K18 for about $30. Need for Speed Payback, $29 at Walmart. And also you have South Park Fractured Butthole, $29. Another steal. But possibly the biggest steal, because this game just came out, and I think it's worth the most bang for it. But out of all the games that are full price at $60, I think this is the most worth $60. Honestly, is Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, for $25 at Best Buy. It is going to be an absolute steal for those of you who've been waiting to get your hands on this. But you're like, man, there's so many games coming out, and this is one of the latest ones that come out. I don't know what to do. Just wait for Black Friday. You can get Wolfenstein $25. You can get Shadow of War $30, and you can also get The Evil Within $25, all for under $100. Whereas before it would cost you over $100 to get just 2 of them. And this is what I'm talking about. If you're patient and if you make the right moves, you are going to be able to save a lot of money. And then for the Switch games, the most important thing that I just want to point out is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Explorers Edition for about $40. That is something I'm going to be targeting because I do plan on picking up a Switch for myself this holiday season, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And that is definitely going to be a steal for me because Lord knows that from what I've seen, that is definitely a $60 title. Everything else here doesn't really seem that important to me. I've shared the wide belief opinion that a lot of these games that are discounted now, to be honest, I feel like this should be the regular pricing before the discount, but that's just my opinion on things. We have PS4 games. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be $20. That is another steal, folks. Another big steal. You can also look at Uncharted: The Lost Legacy for about $20 at Best Buy, and that is also another steal. So you can get both of these games here for under $50, which is just phenomenal. If you bought the PlayStation for exclusives like that, here's your chance to take full advantage of some of the biggest titles and exclusives on this console. And then we can go down to the Xbox One games here. Not too much, because obviously we know that PlayStation has a lot more exclusives than Xbox. But Forza Motorsport 7 for about $29, you can get that at Walmart. And then you have your 3DS games here, where nothing too outstanding for the 3DS. And so, folks, that is everything. I've covered everything that I wanted to show you guys, and I want to get the message out there to let you guys know that there are a lot of deals out there. There's a lot that you can take advantage of, but honestly, I would have to heavily weigh in favor if you're just coming from scratch, or if you're just really thinking about, hey, what do I want to go here with the best bundles that I don't already have? If you don't have an Xbox and you've been thinking about getting an Xbox or maybe saving up for the Xbox One X, you can do that, but be aware. If you don't know this already, which you should get an Xbox One X if your TV can handle the capabilities. Otherwise, there's no reason for it. And if you don't have a 4K TV like I don't, this next thing, the $189 for that system, for the 500 gigabytes, for the free game and the Game Pass and everything included, that is a hell of a deal right there, folks. So I'm going to leave heavily in favor to that. In my opinion, I think Microsoft is going to win this with sales because I feel like that deal right there is just going to be spectacular. But I could be wrong, folks. I'd love to know your opinions on the things. What games do you hope to pick up this Black Friday / Cyber Monday or holiday season in general? What do you plan on going after, folks? I know I plan on going off after a lot of the things that I mentioned in this video. Definitely a lot of the games that I've been waiting for this moment so I could save as much money on these titles as possible and still get to play some of the best games of the year. So let me know what you folks think in the comment section below, folks. Once again, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new here and you think I deserve a subscriber after watching, make sure you click that subscribe button as well. And with that being said, folks, Real Talk comes out once every month, folks. So you guys can click on the links in the description to get your more feel of Real Talk if you want. And of course, at the end of this video, there will be links to the previous 2 episodes. And so I will see you all in the next video. Until then, I'm Demetrius Mack, and I am out. Peace. Check it out.